Hi everybody and welcome back to the greenhouse. Today I've got my little helper along with me, and we're going to talk about the greenhouse itself and about what we're doing and our plans for the future and all of the changes and the reconstruction and all of this stuff, and Lord knows what else we might talk about, if anything at all. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Today is a good day. I discovered that my local liquor store, well, not even my local liquor store, the one near my day job, has started selling Bitter Sisters beer. Bitter Sisters is a local brewery to Dallas, and they've got this Belgian Tripel called Family Trip. That is so amazing. But I can never find it because it's a very small brewery. And the Goody Goody near my work started selling it, and I think I might have bought them out. I don't know. And since this runs somewhere between 10 and 14%, we'll see how many of these I have to drink before I can't make this video anymore. So we're going to start by going over some of what the greenhouse is now, and then we're going to move on to what it's going to become. And I'm going to continue to drink my Tripel. And I've got several more on deck. And vape my
thing that he can't even describe, apparently.
Well, I was trying to remember what flavor it was, really. So this one would be Vape Wild. No, it's not blueberry. It is Vape Wild, oh God, what is this called? I vape this all the time and I can't remember what it's called.
Banana plumberry.
I don't think that's what it was.
I'm just guessing.
Okay, no, this is not one of the banana flavors that I Put the shells in the trash. That's gross. Don't be spitting stuff onto the.
I didn't.
You did. No,
I ate it for the trash can, but I came out onto Mama's desk.
And you failed. I'm sorry. Anyway, this is Vape Wild Tropic Plunder, and you will find a link in the description to take you to it if you're interested in a fantastic tropical flavor that I myself created. Oh. So just to give you guys an idea of what the greenhouse is already, I believe that I have gone so far as to describe it as three piles of garbage in a trench coat pretending to be a building. What?
It's not that.
It is. It's falling apart.
I don't care.
Well, that doesn't change the fact that it's falling apart, and it was literally built out of garbage. Like, Dingo and your grandfather found a bunch of construction scrap and a bunch of windows and a bunch of stuff, and then they slapped it all together with a bunch of nails and created the greenhouse. That is, it is literally made out of construction garbage. So yeah.
I don't get where you're going with this.
You don't have to get where I'm going with this. I'm describing what the greenhouse is now.
I don't get it.
What don't you get?
No, I just don't get it.
I don't know is that it's entirely necessary for you to get it, though. Because this is for them. This isn't for you. You already know what this building is. You've been in here before. The particularly nice thing about this greenhouse is the windows. These windows, hold on, whoa. So, these windows are all very eclectic. I mean, we've got some old schoolhouse windows. We've got a couple of French doors. I'm working my way around, calm down. Let's see, that one there is not even actually a window. It's a sliding glass door that has been
Locked up.
glued into place, we'll say. Now these windows are my personal favorites. These windows are made with cast iron and triangular and diamond-shaped panes of glass. And I've got, luckily, quite a few of them. So in the course of rebuilding the greenhouse, we're going to preserve these windows and doors. Hell, I particularly like this window back here that is some weird double window that actually opens. I'm not entirely certain about what kind of window it is.
It's sort of like a door, it looks like.
Oh no, it's meant to be a window. It's one of the two windows in this place that opens. And then these windows, I don't know where these windows came from, but
It looks like they can open, sort of.
well, the only ones that can actually open are the two in the very back. So that window over there will actually open. I have no clue where that came from.
And then we got this side door.
And then we got this weird door. It's actually a sliding door.
He's been locking it a whole bunch.
Well, I usually keep it locked. But we're gonna preserve all of the windows. We're going to use all of the windows. So let's take a walk outside. Let me grab my beer. The primary support beam that holds up my roof is sagging. When I say sagging, I mean I wish the light was good enough for you to see. I've had to add additional supports already, and that was kind of rough since I figure the ceiling is gonna come down on me before too long. And hell, skylights have been covered for so long. I almost forgot they were there. Except for the part where they leak and the corners of them keep cutting the tarp. So that's kind of rough. That absolutely sucks. But you know, such as it is. And I'm gonna miss this beautiful hand-laid brick floor. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. The problem is it's uneven, and if you look where my table is, it's extremely uneven. So it actually makes, you know, working in this space a little bit difficult. And then the back door, sadly I don't have much light back here. The back door is rotting away. The back wall is rotting away around the air conditioner. This wall, well, you can't really see it, unfortunately. But the finish, or the planks on this wall, are redwood. They're gorgeous. And they're falling off. I know for a fact there's a king snake that lives in there somewhere. I've met him. He seems nice. I lament to evict him because king snakes eat other snakes. And, you know, they're generally pest control snakes. So I certainly want to keep him around. So understand, this is the side view of the greenhouse. This is the south side of the greenhouse with all of its windows and all of those gorgeous cast iron windows and that door that I love so much that is really just one giant window with a frame around it. You can see some poles that have been sunk into the ground to start rebuilding the actual greenhouse. Now, funny thing is I can't be without a studio. So I'm attempting to rebuild the greenhouse, or to build a new greenhouse, without tearing down the old one in the same place. So hard mode, if you will.
So this is the front side. You can see that he started with the door and the windows. He started with this side first and really worked his way around these sides.
Yeah, now I'm building the greenhouse, the new greenhouse, around the old greenhouse. So the plan is to put up the framing for the walls. We're gonna go up another 4 feet from what you see right now. We're going to go up another 4 feet. There's going to be a row of windows across the top. I want to preserve as much of the natural light that exists in this greenhouse as humanly possible. And these beautiful windows, I'm going to reuse all of them. The big single pane window is going to go over here. The big cast iron window goes over here. A row of the 6 pane little windows, like over there, goes across the top, possibly a double row. Anyway, I want as much light as possible coming in here. This natural light is amazing. I'm going to preserve the skylights even. There are 6 skylights in the roof that have been covered for so long because the roof leaks. And when I say leaks, I mean like there might as well not be a roof. So I put tarps over it and that keeps it from leaking. So this past Saturday, I framed out this wall, and Monday, Labor Day, or Memorial Day, I framed out that wall. So sadly, Greg, Dorothy's father, the property owner, will be putting an actual steel garage here. So there's no windows on this side, makes me kind of sad. But it made it a lot easier to frame that wall. That red one, actually, the one that's right there.
He's going to move it over.
Or I don't know, maybe I'm going to put the big clear one, I think, because this will be the front of the greenhouse when I'm done. This will be the main entrance.
That's why it says door in spray paint, so we can. So you put spray paint on the wood, so we can know which pieces to put.
Well, I put the spray paint on the wood so that I would know the door was going there as I was building it.
And he also told me to, like, as he was building, it told me to write in Sharpie some pieces, like, the pieces that go here, I had to write something on it. What did I have?
Well, those ones were just said 13-inch, because what those are getting is all of those windows out of that French door that is falling apart. The French door is rotting away, much like a lot of the greenhouse is rotting away.
So we're
But,
gonna have to.
Mara, stop. But I'm preserving all of these windows. I'm using all of them, including the individual panes from the French doors, which is what's going in that space that Mara was just discussing. I may even decide to put a small window or two on this side, even though there's going to be a garage there. So the really fun part, and the reason that this wall hasn't been framed out yet, is I've got to decide exactly how I'm laying out all of these windows. Those windows over there, these windows here, the smaller cast iron windows. And I'm kind of doing the whole thing by the seat of my pants, by which I mean we don't have a blueprint, there aren't any plans. What I've got is a pencil, a calculator, a saw, and a screwdriver, a power screwdriver. And now for the really fun part. Math. And while I've said that I don't have blueprints for what I'm doing to the greenhouse, and I was telling the truth when I said that, that doesn't mean there's no math involved and there's no thought involved. This list represents every window I have in this greenhouse. All 2, 4, 6, 8, 14, 18, all 20 windows that I have in this greenhouse. Not actually counting the skylights, because I have 6 skylights. But those are just going back to being skylights. And 2 of them are already spoken for. The 2 big ones are going on the front wall, or what will be the front. Because I'm changing what is the front and what is the side in the rebuild. And now I have to arrange a bunch of windows so they'll all fit in a wall. That should be fun, huh? Cut. You know, I gotta tell you, as much as I'm rebuilding it, I love this greenhouse. I love these eclectic, insane windows, and I'm sad that I'm going to lose the reality of this greenhouse that's literally built out of garbage. It's got this ugly duckling thing in spades. I mean, I can't even describe how much it's got this ugly duckling thing that I just love. And it's not going to have that anymore, because I'm putting a lot of effort and a lot of money into rebuilding it. I mean, you can't really tell from the framing, because honestly, this is like $4 a board lumber. You can't really tell, but a lot of love and a lot of effort was put into the studio when it was first built, or into this greenhouse when it was first built, because it was never meant to be a studio. It was meant to be a greenhouse. It was meant to have plants living in it. There used to be a koi pond. There used to be a koi pond in here. And it caused me so many problems that I decked over it. I filled it in and I decked over it, because it just started turning into a breeding ground for mosquitoes. And boy, we don't need any more help with the mosquitoes around here. So I will miss it when it's gone. And maybe that's a big part of why I'm spending so much time and effort documenting all of this, is so that I don't necessarily lose all of what this greenhouse was. Cheers. Thank you for, coming with me on this short little journey. I really wanted to explain, what we're doing. What's taken me away from glass as much as it has. I tried to go on this journey and document this journey, and the next thing you know, I have all these things slowing me down. But now that I've decided to bring the family and the kids, Dorothy, really into the thing, this is Dorothy's work table I'm standing in front of. I wanted to document all of the things, not just the glass journey, but the building of the new studio. I really wanted to get in there. All of the great things that we're going to do with the new studio. Or the great things I hope we're going to do with the new studio, at any rate. So, we'll see how this turns out. Maybe in a couple of years, I will compare what actually happened to what I said was going to happen in this video. And we'll see the difference. We'll see how it turned out. Anyway, love you guys. Later.